Over the past 20 years, I've done quite a bit of travel, much of it on my own. I've come to realize that the best kind of travel for me is the one that involves exploring a new locale, but if it fits in, checking in with friends or family that I haven't seen for a while. Quite some time ago, I got a call out of the blue. It was an old friend I used to work with, someone I hadn't seen for years. It turns out he was passing through my town and he wanted to grab lunch. I didn't hesitate for a second. I was delighted to see him again. We sat down, caught up on our families, reminisced a lot about old friends, and laughed like no time had passed at all. And when we said goodbye, I realized something. I could do this when I am traveling too. I could reach out and connect and turn an ordinary trip into something special, not just for me, but hopefully for the people that I visit. One of the best things about getting older is that we finally can have more control over our time. Maybe you're retired or semi-retired, or maybe your kids are grown and don't need you around quite as much. You've got time, perhaps even a bit of extra cash, and hopefully the health to keep you exploring while you can. Over the years, we've built up a huge network of connections. Friends from past jobs, old neighbors, distant relatives, travel buddies we lost touch with, and many of them, well, they're still out there. Maybe for one reason or another, they're not able to travel themselves, but they love a visit. So when I'm choosing a place to visit, I don't just look at the sights and think about the people. An old university friend, relative in another city, colleague who's moved away. I send a quick message. Hey, I'll be in your area next month. Want to grab a coffee? More often than not, they say yes. And what's great is these meetings don't have to be a big commitment. Sometimes I'll stay with them or in my own accommodation for a couple of days. Other times we just meet up for a meal, a walk, or a coffee. Enough to catch up, share a few laughs, and make the trip a little more meaningful. And sometimes reconnecting leads to surprises. Maybe they'll take you to their favorite little cafe, one you'd never have found in a guidebook. Or they introduce you to a local market, a hidden hiking trail, or even new friends. Travel is about discovery, not just about places, but about people too. I'm in the process right now of planning a trip to the west coast of Canada in about a month. When I contacted my niece to see if she and her husband would be around for a visit, she told me that my brother and his wife were actually planning a visit around the same time. So I connected with him and we set up an Airbnb accommodation for me in a studio apartment in the same neighborhood that he will be in. And I'm looking forward to having an opportunity to connect with family and explore a community that I've never visited before. Have you merged solo travel with reconnecting with others? How did it go? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. And if you're new here, pop me a like or hit that subscribe button for more solo travel tips, especially for those of us who are a little older but still full of adventure. I likely will also keep you posted as I plan and then take my trip to Vancouver Island next month. As we get older, our social circles do shrink somewhat. People move, life gets busy. But travel gives us an opportunity to rebuild those connections, even in small ways. Friendships don't have to fade just because time has passed and distance now separates us. The beauty of solo travel is that it's on your own terms. You set the pace. You explore the way you want to. But that doesn't mean that you have to do it all alone. A short meetup here and there doesn't take away from your independence. It adds to it. It's the best of both worlds. If your friend isn't a traveler or can't travel for some reason, you can be the one willing to make the trip. And they can still get to catch up and share stories and enjoy a connection without having to go anywhere. And if you're anything like me, that's something that gives a lot of added enjoyment to an otherwise solo vacation. So here's a little challenge for you. Think of one person, just one, someone that you haven't seen for a while, who lives in a place you'd like to visit. Send them a message, just a simple, hey, I was thinking about you, hope that you're doing well. You don't even have to have a trip planned yet, but you might be surprised what comes of it. Maybe it'll spark a conversation, reconnection, or even a reason to plan a trip in the first place. For me, getting together with friends mixed with a solo vacation exploring new places is just perfect. I hope it enriches your travel experience too. Thanks for watching. See you next time.